is Lisa, and for the past 4 years, I've carved out a niche for myself in the content creation world. While not a towering figure in the influencer landscape, my collaborations with various brands and fellow creators have been rewarding. I prefer to keep the specifics of my online presence under wraps, as this isn't a platform for self-promotion. My journey in content creation has been largely fulfilling, yet it's not devoid of its darker moments. This tale unfolds roughly 3 years ago, during the zenith of TikTok's popularity. Fueled by the global retreat indoors due to the pandemic, the surge in social media consumption prompted me to step in front of the camera, leading to a significant growth in my audience. My foray into content primarily featured dance routines set to the latest hits, a trend that caught the eye of many, particularly men. The attention was expected, though not all of it was welcome. Among the barrage of comments, one in particular sent a shiver down my spine. A user, James210, complimented my appearance in a manner that was unsettling, primarily because I had never disclosed my first name on my account, which only featured my surname. This anomaly led me to believe it was a distasteful prank by someone I knew, prompting me to dismiss and delete the comment. However, James's persistent messages, ranging from seemingly benign to outright inappropriate, continued to disturb me. After a direct message that crossed the line, I sternly demanded he cease all contact. This appeared to resolve the issue, and James faded from my immediate concerns. That sense of security was shattered one day while filming a TikTok in my room. Hearing the front door close, I assumed my boyfriend had returned from work earlier than usual. My cheerful greeting was met with an unsettling silence, replaced by the ominous sound of footsteps creeping towards my bedroom. The figure that eventually appeared was not my boyfriend, but a man whose presence filled me with an indescribable fear. James appeared before me, a middle-aged man with brown hair, the stench of alcohol wafting around him. He was dressed in jeans and a bulky jacket, and chillingly, a gun peeked out from his pocket. Recognition dawned on me in a mere second. He matched his profile picture. My response was visceral, a scream that pierced the silence. Yet James feigned innocence, suggesting a mix-up in floors, a claim I dismissed with scorn. My fear rapidly morphing into anger. My forceful demands eventually drove him away, and in the aftermath, my boyfriend's timely return brought some semblance of safety. His immediate call to the police, detailing our location, highlighted the gravity of the situation, though their delayed response was disconcertingly slow. The subsequent police investigation was hampered by the removal of James's account, leaving us with nothing but a physical description to offer. The lack of follow-up from the authorities was a silent testament to James's continued freedom. An unsettling thought, given his unclear motives and the unexplained knowledge of my residence. The incident was a stark reminder of the potential dangers lurking within the shadows of online engagement, prompting a significant life change. My boyfriend and I relocated, seeking solace in a new beginning, far from the memories of that frightful encounter. Yet, the specter of James lingers, a hidden threat in every unknown comment, a constant reminder of the vulnerability that comes with visibility. In a stark shift of perspective, I'm now recounting the experiences of a 17-year-old who, driven by peer influence, ventured into the world of TikTok, albeit with reservations. This narrative introduces Kyle, a classmate with an evident crush, setting the stage for another intertwining story of online and offline interactions. Kyle's behavior took a distressing turn when my consistent rejections seemed to exacerbate his reactions. Each refusal was met with heightened emotional pleas, and he even resorted to manipulative threats of self-harm, leveraging his autism as a rationale for my supposed obligation to reciprocate his feelings. Despite my empathy for his situation, my feelings remained unchanged, and his behavior only served to widen the gap between us. This tense dynamic persisted for a month, with me doing my best to maintain distance. Unexpectedly, Kyle's fixation seemed to wane, offering a brief respite from the relentless pressure. However, this sense of relief was shattered when I stumbled upon a TikTok video he posted. To my horror, the video revealed Kyle standing outside my home, proclaiming it to be his girlfriend's residence, and boasting about how effortlessly he had located it. The realization that he had been aware of my address all this time filled me with an indescribable fear, leaving me to contemplate the wisdom of involving my parents. Kyle's subsequent expulsion from school for unrelated reasons led to his family's relocation, marking the end of this unsettling chapter. Yet, this experience served as a stark reminder of the potential perils lurking within the seemingly innocuous realms of social media, underscoring the importance of vigilance and privacy. As I transition from this harrowing tale, I find myself confronting a series of peculiar occurrences that challenge my staunch atheism. Despite my disbelief in supernatural entities, these recent events have sown seeds of doubt, prompting a re-evaluation of my convictions and the nature of reality itself. In the wake of Kayla's tragic passing on August 7th, 2021, a victim of a senseless accident caused by a drunk driver, my world crumbled. She was an extraordinary soul, and her absence plunged me into a profound solitude. I retracted into myself, eschewing the company of friends and family, and sought refuge in the digital expanse of the internet, with TikTok becoming my sanctuary amidst the grief. It was there, amidst aimless scrolling, that an unexpected message from Kayla's account pierced through my fog of sorrow. The logical assumption was that her account remained active due to oversight, likely in the hands of her young brother, though we barely knew each other. The message, a simple greeting, sparked a flicker of curiosity, compelling me to respond, inquiring if it was indeed her brother at the helm. Yet what followed were not the clarifications I sought, but a cascade of familiar phrases. Avocado toast and yo, ask Nathan. Echoes of shared moments and private jests that Kayla and I cherished. The stark intimacy of these messages led me to suspect a hacker was exploiting Kayla's account, reanimating our past exchanges and personal conversations in a grotesque mimicry of her voice. The notion of a malevolent stranger weaving through the tapestry of our shared memories was unsettling. I contemplated abandoning TikTok to escape this digital haunting, and for a time, I did. But curiosity, and perhaps a shred of hope, lured me back, only to find the spectral communications resuming with relentless hellos. My responses, ranging from frustration to despair, were met with nonsensical retorts from the entity behind Kayla's account. Driven to my wits' end, I decided to confront this digital interloper directly, demanding an explanation. clinging to a sliver of hope for some semblance of closure or understanding in this unsettling chapter of my life. The haunting echoes of Kayla's presence through her TikTok account's messages, which oscillated between cherished memories and future dreams we once harbored, became a bittersweet solace in my mourning. The reiterations of talks about marriage and children, once pillars of our shared future, now served as poignant reminders of what could never be. In my longing, I found myself clinging to these digital remnants, engaging in one-sided conversations with what I hoped was a fragment of her, despite the logical conclusion that it was a cruel manipulation by an unknown entity. The abrupt disappearance of her account brought an unexpected void, intensifying the surreal nature of my grief. The possibility that Kayla herself might have been communicating, however improbable, offered a strange comfort amidst the torment. This ordeal propelled me towards seeking professional help, where the stark reality was laid bare. The psychological constructs of my mind grappling with loss had conjured a semblance of communication with Kayla. The journey through this labyrinth of grief, intertwined with the digital phantom of her presence, remains a haunting chapter of my life, a poignant testament to the depths of human longing and the complex ways we navigate loss. In a stark contrast to the intimate narrative of loss and digital echoes, the social media landscape reveals a macabre fascination with the grim realities of life and death. In Tampa, Florida, a TikTok video capturing the gruesome aftermath of a drive-by shooting starkly illustrates this obsession. The graphic content, from the blood-stained interiors of a car to the meticulous examination by a crime scene investigator, underscores the voyeuristic allure of violence that captivates millions. This is but a glimpse into the burgeoning subculture of murder talk, where over 200 million views are amassed by videos delving into the visceral details of crime scenes, the grim work of cleanup crews, and the squalor of hoarder homes. Harley, a 26-year-old from Washington, embodies this transition from traditional media to the unfiltered rawness of crime scene documentation on TikTok, highlighting a collective morbid curiosity and the platform's role in shaping our engagement with the darker aspects of reality. Harley's journey into the realm of crime scene cleanup videos on TikTok reflects a broader trend of individuals seeking authenticity in the representation of death and its aftermath. Unlike the polished narratives of traditional true crime shows, TikTok offers a raw, unembellished glimpse into the realities that follow death, particularly in cases of violent or traumatic endings. This unfiltered access satisfies a deep-seated curiosity about mortality and the physical processes that occur post-mortem, a curiosity that Harley had nurtured from a young age through her exploration of crime scene photographs. Similarly, Dana from Ohio represents a younger demographic that is drawn to the morbidity and practical aspects of crime scene cleanup. Despite the potentially grim nature of the work and its modest remuneration, Dana is captivated by the stark reality of the aftermath of death, considering it as a potential career path. This fascination underscores a growing interest among the youth in the more macabre and tangible aspects of death, beyond mere speculation or dramatization. The The popularity of the @crime_scene_cleaning account on TikTok, with its substantial following and millions of views, is indicative of the platform's capacity to captivate audiences with content that straddles the line between education and entertainment. This account, run by Spalding Deacon, a prominent name in the crime scene cleaning industry, has effectively created a unique blend of content that appeals to viewers' curiosity about the macabre, while also providing insights into the profession. Characters like Deckham Kyle and hoarding technician Fiona add a narrative layer to the educational content, making it more engaging and relatable. Spalding Deacon's strategic use of TikTok is a testament to the platform's power in reaching a wide and varied audience, allowing the company to extend its reach beyond traditional marketing channels. By engaging with murder talk culture on TikTok, Spalding Deacon not only capitalizes on the platform's vast user base, but also contributes to the educational discourse surrounding crime scene cleanup. This approach has not only broadened their business opportunities, but has also played a significant role in demystifying aspects of the crime scene cleanup process, making it more accessible and understandable to the general public. The posts by Spalding Deacon, particularly through their @crime_scene_cleaning TikTok account, serve a dual purpose. They educate the public on the intricacies of the cleanup industry and specific conditions like hoarding, while also humanizing the challenging work their technicians perform daily. CEO Laura Spalding enhances this educational outreach by conducting regular Q&A sessions, addressing a wide range of inquiries from career advice to dispelling myths about the decomposition process. This approach has not only positioned Spalding Deacon as a leading name in emergency cleanup services, but has also added a layer of humanity to a profession often shrouded in stigma. While the use of upbeat music in some of their videos has sparked debate, the overall reception of @crime_scene_cleaning suggests a respectful and mindful approach to murder talk content, with precautions like trigger warnings and assurances of client consent. This careful balance between informative content and respect for the sensitivity of their work sets a standard for content within this niche. Harley's advice to favor accounts managed by specific businesses over compilation channels highlights a concern for ethical content consumption within murder talk. Businesses like Spalding Deacon offer a level of accountability and professionalism that may be lacking in other content aggregators, which often prioritize sensationalism over substance. James Moneth's foray into TikTok with his account, Bioscene Recovery, underscores the unexpected appeal of crime scene cleanup content. Even to those within the industry, his experience points to a broader audience's desire for insight into the aftermath of death, beyond mere curiosity, extending to individuals seeking solace or understanding in the wake of personal tragedies. The account @death_science, managed by Jeremy Serto, introduces another dimension to the murder talk landscape by utilizing simulated crime scenes. This approach allows for the exploration of forensic science and death-related topics in a controlled, ethical manner, devoid of real-world consequences. Jeremy's crafted scenarios provide educational content without exploiting real tragedies, offering a unique blend of learning and entertainment. while maintaining respect for the subject matter. In summary, the murder talk scene on TikTok, led by accounts like at crime_scene_cleaning, bioscene recovery, and at death_science, reveals a complex interplay between public fascination with the macabre, the educational potential of social media, and the ethical considerations inherent in sharing content related to death and crime scene cleanup. These creators navigate these waters with varying degrees of sensitivity and responsibility, reflecting the diverse ways in which digital platforms can be used to engage with and understand the darker aspects of human experience. Jeremy Serto's approach to TikTok content through his @death_science account exemplifies a creative and respectful engagement with the subject of death by crafting fictional crime scenes and utilizing artificial props. Serto provides educational content on forensic science in a manner that captivates without resorting to graphic depictions of real violence or tragedy. His method of blending dark humor with informative discussions, such as the legalities of home burial, offers a unique way to explore death-related topics without demeaning the gravity of the subject. Serto's initiative, #GensForest, further demonstrates his commitment to not only educating his audience about forensic science, but also promoting eco-friendly burial practices. This movement highlights a broader shift towards more sustainable and environmentally conscious death care options, reflecting a growing interest in how we deal with death both culturally and ecologically. Dana's perspective on the murder talk phenomenon underscores a generational shift in attitudes towards death and violence. The constant exposure to national tragedies and the pervasive presence of death in media have contributed to a certain desensitization among younger generations. This change in perception is evident in the content they consume and engage with on platforms like TikTok, where crime scene cleanup videos can be less unsettling than the personal vulnerabilities exposed in other types of social media content. The discussion about the comfort levels with different types of content on TikTok reveals a complex relationship between social media users and the themes of death, violence, and personal exposure. While some may find a strange solace in the detached observation of crime scene cleanups, others grapple with the more intimate and personal revelations that social media can demand. Shifting to a darker corner of TikTok, the narrative of an individual following a content creator known for unsettling and potentially real aggressive behaviors highlights the platform's darker underbelly. The ambiguity of these videos, towing the line between reality and performance, raises questions about the content moderation on social media and the ethical implications of consuming and engaging with such content. The followers' mixed feelings of intrigue and guilt reflect the complex web of attraction and repulsion that characterizes human engagement with the macabre and the morally ambiguous on digital platforms. In summary, TikTok serves as a mirror reflecting the multifaceted ways in which society engages with themes of death, violence, and vulnerability. From educational content that demystifies forensic science to the voyeuristic allure of crime scene cleanups and the disturbing fascination with aggressive behaviors, the platform accommodates a wide spectrum of interests and interactions, each revealing different aspects of our collective confrontation with the darker aspects of human nature and existence. escalation from unsettling online interactions to a tangible threat in your physical world is deeply concerning. The incident in the underground parking lot, where the eerie emptiness was pierced by the sensation of being watched, highlights the invasive and unsettling power of being targeted by someone with malicious intent. Discovering a video of yourself on TikTok, filmed without your knowledge, would naturally amplify feelings of vulnerability and paranoia. The lack of immediate action from the police, due to the absence of a direct crime, underscores a troubling gap in addressing the complexities of online stalking transitioning into real-world harassment. This gap often leaves individuals feeling helpless and exposed, as traditional legal frameworks struggle to keep pace with the nuances of digital harassment. The subsequent attack outside your home marks a harrowing breach of personal safety, transforming an already distressing situation into a physical assault. The realization that the online harassment has manifested into a physical confrontation is a chilling development, emphasizing the urgent need for more robust protections against digital stalking and harassment. In dealing with such situations, it's crucial to maintain a record of all interactions and evidence of stalking or harassment, both online and offline. This documentation can be critical in building a case for law enforcement to take action. Additionally, enhancing personal security measures, seeking support from networks that specialize in dealing with online harassment, and consulting with legal professionals experienced in cyber law can provide further avenues for recourse and protection. Your experience serves as a stark reminder of the darker facets of social media and the potential for online behaviors to cross into real-world threats. It highlights the importance of vigilance, both online and offline, and the need for stronger legal and social mechanisms to protect individuals from such invasive and dangerous behaviors. The harrowing ordeal you experienced, culminating in a physical assault by an individual masked and recording the incident, is deeply distressing. Waking up in a hospital with fragmented memories of the attack adds a layer of trauma to an already terrifying situation. The swift deletion of the assailant's account following the attack adds a perplexing element to the incident, raising questions about the assailant's motives and intentions. It's possible that the deletion of the account was an attempt to erase evidence and evade law enforcement. The digital trail left by social media can often be a double-edged sword. While it can serve as evidence, it also provides perpetrators a means to quickly cover their tracks. The transient nature of digital content and the ease with which users can anonymize their online presence pose significant challenges for victim protection and perpetrator accountability. Your decision to delete your TikTok account and withdraw from social media is an understandable response to such a traumatic experience. The psychological impact of being targeted, stalked, and attacked can have long-lasting effects, necessitating support and resources to navigate the aftermath of such an incident. Your cautionary advice underscores the importance of situational awareness and the potential risks associated with social media engagement. While social media platforms offer avenues for connection and expression, they can also expose users to unforeseen dangers, particularly when personal boundaries and privacy are breached. For those navigating similar experiences or looking to protect themselves online, consider adopting stringent privacy settings, being cautious about the information shared publicly, and remaining vigilant about unsolicited interactions or followers. Engaging with online communities and platforms safely requires a balance between openness and protective measures to safeguard one's well-being. Your story serves as a potent reminder of the darker aspects of digital interconnectedness and the imperative to foster safer online environments. It highlights the need for continued dialogue on digital safety, the development of more robust protective measures on social media platforms, and the importance of supporting individuals who have experienced online-related trauma. Your experience serves as a stark reminder of the complexities and potential dangers inherent in our digital lives. Particularly on platforms like TikTok, it underscores the importance of vigilance and privacy in our online interactions, as well as the need for stronger protective measures and support systems for individuals who find themselves targeted or harmed. As we navigate these interconnected spaces, let's carry forward the lessons learned from such harrowing experiences, advocating for safer online environments, better user protection, and more responsive legal frameworks. Remember, awareness and caution are key in safeguarding our personal safety and well-being in the digital realm. Your courage in sharing this story is invaluable, serving not only as a cautionary tale, but also as a call to action for all of us to foster respect, security, and empathy in our online and offline communities.